And we are live. Get us some live music. Or not. There we are.
Oh, now we do.
How you doing tonight?
I'm not doing too badly.
That's good.
Getting things drawn. Moving forward one step at a time. You know, the delightful things. Yourself?
Doing good. Doing good. I slept most of the day. I think I needed a nap more than I thought I needed a nap.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm going to be doing a C test here in about a day or so to see if I have picked up anything from the con, and I'm being a silent carrier. Just as a safety precaution.
Sounds good to me.
Particularly since you never know.
Right.
And now we're all quiet.
Yep. Yep. I was actually watching The Mandalorian and thinking it'd be cool if I had a culture that was Fenris Rangers, Mandalorians, sort of the outrun, the outlaw sort of characters. Not necessarily bad, but not necessarily good, just separate.
There.
So I came up with the idea of the 6 tribes of humanity. And so I'm writing that all out here, all 6 tribes, because we've got the tribes of the Beehive, the tribes of the Pleiades, the tribes of Hyades, the Xing Chao, and the Deistati. And that gives us 5 tribes. Xing Chao got destroyed, so now we're down to 4 tribes. So I can add 2 more tribes that live off of this group.
I like it.
the Republic of Bellatrix, which will later turn into a pure democracy. But for right now, is a republic.
Oh, so I think you need to look into Temple Grand a bit, because a lot of what she has to say regarding autism is what you were having to say with ADHD.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's why I think they're all on the same spectrum.
Yeah.
Hello, Brent.
Good evening, Brent.
And that's part of the reason why I know that that Pepper is worried that if you merge those two together, it will take out the uniqueness of being autistic. Except that I really do think we all do the same things. ADDers and autistic people have the same, like, 25 symptoms. It's just that with autistic people, they're really life changing, like they are life inhibiting. Yeah.
But in this case, it has nothing to do with the symptoms and more to do with your philosophies regarding ownership.
Ownership.
Yeah, that yes, you have this, but that doesn't excuse you.
Yes.
You know, and that's the angle I want you to kind of approach her work from, because I think it's a very similar approach to what she's trying to say. Even though you're looking at a completely different mental illness.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not to blame, but we are responsible.
Yeah. sorry, all that to get to the main core of what you were talking about on Sunday.
That's fair. What's going on, Brent, other than telling jokes about our werewolves? Oh, that's fair.
Oof.
And somewhat brutal.
That's early.
Will you be on tomorrow's show, Brent? Which you missed the discussion. I had a rough night and didn't sleep well last night, so I was like, I'm going to skip the morning show this morning to the guys in the quack stuff, and so I went back to bed at 9 and don't remember anything until like noon. And I think I may have not given myself the appropriate amount of break after the con because I just zonk right clean out and then woke up at noon and I was like, I actually, when you go to sleep so hard that you wake up and you're like, what day is it? What time is it?
Who's Eric's wife?
Right?
That's actually that happened to me.
Well, good. Well, then I'll see you tomorrow, Brent. You can then nap all you need, my friend. We'll see you later.
I took a nap and I woke up and it was such a deep sleep that I was a little groggy. And my brother had come and asked me if I wanted to go help him take care of a bill for his ex-wife. And I had completely misheard it because I was waking up.
Right.
I thought he said Eric's wife. I was like, who's Eric's wife?
Right.
And now that's become a joke with us. Like, who's Eric's wife?
Housewife. Housewife indeed. Yeah, I'm hoping to watch. I hope they get off the ground. Hope they fix that valve problem.
But yeah, that discussion I was telling you about earlier tonight that I had with the streamer, that was a very eye-opening discussion.
Yeah, the saddest part is I was in the middle of getting things started over here and I missed some of the core pieces of what you were saying. So I'm going to have you give me a recap at some point here, which is kind of annoying, and I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
That
happens.
It does.
No, the big thing, the main thrust of it was, um, she was talking about the client side of issues with the artists.
Right. I mean, from the
And
point of view of a client or
yeah,
employing an artist?
no, as a client employing an artist.
Yeah.
And the problems and difficulties she's had, and some of the nightmare artists she's had to deal with. And then I was giving her kind of the artist on artist side of things,
Right.
which doesn't get talked about. Like, I could talk all day about the artist and client side, and that's not a healthy discussion. What I was talking about was how artists treat other artists.
Mm-hmm.
And that side of things. And it became this very fascinating discussion of, you know, we all kind of are going after each other, and we shouldn't. You know, we're all treating each other as enemies.
Right. I agree. Well, and part of it is resources, which aggravates me. Because there's resources, because it's always feeling like there's a shortage of resources. We're constantly feeling like we need to compete for the 2 or 3 scraps that are on the ground.
Yeah.
Instead of just creating and going out there and doing our thing and building the things that we need to build.
Or in the case of what she was seeing, which is just as bad, was artists viewing clients as being nothing more than money bags.
Right. And not collaborators in a project.
Yeah.
I just want to write my story.
Yeah. I have a number of stories in my heart, and I want to write them.
Right.
But it led to some very interesting topics of art and, you know, clients. And like she said that one of her experiences was so bad that she, as a client, will never pick up a certain kind of art anymore. And I'm sitting here going, boy, does that really, like, you have burned somebody to the point that you have reduced all of our resources.
Right.
Because you burn this person so hard.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, now we just need George and all of the normal.
Add the cars.
But yeah, it was just. And like, I dropped her jaw when I said, there were artists that didn't take part in building their resources. And she's like, what? And it really shocked her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, if Ron Fortier and Ben Dunn can come away with new contacts with each other, then you as a little artist have no excuse.
Right. I'm hoping that my comic will end up at our Antarctic Press.
Yeah.
I mean, no promises on this one, but it looks promising at least.
Yeah, but we took the important first step.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that didn't. And they're, talking about how bad the convention was. And it's like, yeah, but you were given an opportunity and you turned it down. Why'd you turn it down?
Right.
You could turn to them and say, I can't leave here because I have to man my booth. And they would have gone, but we have booth watchers. We'll watch your booth if you want to go catch this panel.
Hey, I don't understand that one. Why would you not want to go see the panel? I still don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like, and then have the audacity to say it wasn't a good weekend. Well, you missed your shot, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to fill up this panel with junk. Oh well. I guess I won't understand people.
Well, I mean, we do our best,
Yeah. That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm. And I did bring up a random name generator. So that I could come up with
What's up?
no, nothing. I mean, I sigh every so often. I'm looking at the random name generator, and they have a random backstory generator. I'm like, these are usually stupid, but then I'm like, oh no, these are actually kind of cool. He was born and grew up in an ordinary family in an important city. He lived without worry until he was about 9 years old. But at that point, life changed drastically. Like, it's kind of cool. It's like, oh, huh,
And that's when the Fire Nation attacked.
right?
done. Save. Ah. Oh, check out this. So I was doing some character sketching,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a character that's going to be introduced in the next uh, issue.
Okay.
That's Briggs' father.
Yeah. Well, that's not good. He's a deacon.
Yeah. And I talked to Saber about that. And we're both kind of on the same page of we actually both really like this idea, but we want to make their conflict more about family. It has nothing to do with what he is versus what she is.
Okay.
It's that they're so close in personality that they hate each other.
Okay.
Which I have personally seen.
Right.
What are you working on?
Me?
Yeah.
These are the 6 tribes of humanity.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the population of Silver Cove broke out into these tribes. One of them died. Silver Cove died, and then created the kind of the remnants. And this is the tribe that formed over in the Pleiades. But the Pleiades was a trade center with the other aliens, and sort of their home base in our area.
Er,
Yep.
Yeah, I also think a lot of what's fueling, particularly the animosity among artists, is the death of Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a major source of income for a lot of people.
Yep. I think a lot of us really just want to just not have to struggle to pay our bills. And it's when you're relying on social media to be your bill making whatever, you know, it's like it's hard to, it's frustrating when it changes all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Because like the answer of course is we have to just find a new version of Twitter. Well, great. We maybe have to build that from the ground up. And now it's a struggle and now it's a problem. And you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. And like you spent a decade building up an audience on Twitter and suddenly it's gone.
Yeah.
Due to one person's whims.
Right.
And now you're calling into question everything.
Right.
Like, how long will Patreon last?
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm already seeing people abusing Patreon to some degree. I mean, the thing that really bothers me is when people want you to join Patreon and they just want you to go to Patreon to buy one thing. So the entire implication here is that you go to Patreon to buy one thing and then forget to discontinue your Patreon. Somewhere along the line, somebody's going to catch on, you know?
And yet you can't really blame them either. Like there's no stable source. Because like even the con scene hasn't stabilized since COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, wow.
And now look at how many places are laying off. So there's even less people, like particularly the tech industry has had some heavy layoffs. And that's going to affect income.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just, it's irritating. It's so frustrating. It's back to what I'm saying, which is people can't be moral if if they're threatened to starve to death. You can't expect morality.
Yeah. And let's face it, you can't expect morality if everybody's expectation when they go to the con is to get the stuff that makes them comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they're going to an independent convention with independent comic artists and they're going in there looking for Superman.
Right.
You know, then it becomes the pirate ship mentality of, well, you know, I have to do this work that is not my work, and I don't have what's the term I'm looking for? The licensing agreements to say I can produce this.
Right.
And yet, if I don't produce this, I starve to death.
Right. That is actually probably quintessentially my problem, you know?
Yeah.
Because it is. That's the problem. If you want people to be moral, you have to make sure that they're not going to die if they're not, you know, nobody wants to die for their morals.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, we all just want to live and live peacefully. You know, have the money in our pocket so we can enjoy some entertainment that we would really love. And it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest problem I've got with it. With the whole thing is that we're building a world where that is an accepted thing. You know, we just accept that there will be people who, and it actually makes me wonder. You look at these homeless people out there, and are those homeless people homeless because they're on drugs, or are they homeless because they decided to stick to their morals and not do the amoral thing? You know? Who knows?
Or do they even consider themselves homeless?
Right.
Like, that's another thing that's coming into quick play is they can't afford housing. So they build a house in their vehicle and they live out of their vehicle, but they don't consider themselves homeless.
Right.
And yet we as a society treat them as if they are the scum of the earth.
Right. I have to admit that does bother me. I guess as well as it should, you know.
Sorry, it has been an odd day here today.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I feel like
we're
I
doing
should be
fine.
talking more.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
And I'm actually losing steam a bit right now.
Me too. We may call it early. I wouldn't be opposed. Hey, Neon Black. How you doing?
How's it going?
So far, so good. How about yourself? Ken up there on top is working on his comic, which is called Armageddon Divinity. And I am world building on the bottom down here on my comic called Bellatrix Rising. What about yourself? What you working on? You don't have to be working on something.
Though inquiring minds like ours want to know.
Always want to know, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, it's perfect. That's actually what we're here for. So Quasar Art Collective is sort of like a group of people who just get together to encourage each other to draw their comics. So you have found the right place. Here are kindred spirits. What's your comic about? What genre?
Hey, tell us about what you're writing. Cheesy is A-okay.
Eh. Vampire comic, supernatural mystery with a splash of romance. I love it. I already like it.
I like the concept you're going
Yeah, I was
for.
to say that's a hell of a start. That's a hell of a elevator pitch too. You know, I don't know if it was Neil Gaiman that said this, but somebody said, "Draw what you love, and other people will follow." Just do that.
He is on issue 1, working on issue 2. That is correct, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And currently I'm having to redo issue 1 due to losing the print files for it, but I'm also working on issue 5 at the same time. It happens.
Here we go. There's my comics. So, yep, I've got one issue that's already out, and then this is the world building document, which explains a lot of the background and the history of the world and stuff like that. So, it's to make some shiny glare. Can't seem to kill the glare. So, we're working on it. We're working on it. That was actually just me showing off the fact that I've got the other camera running now, which is an exciting thing for me. That other camera has been down for a couple of so far direct sales. Or if you happen to be in the state of Colorado, you can find them at the convention circuits, where we go to the convention circuits. But that's right now we're doing direct sales, so which is fine. But there's possibilities for them to be wider. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, we're working on that part now.
This is this shot you're doing is totally the get in the car, Shinji. scene.
Get the robot, Shinji.
Right, get in the robot, Shinji. Quit whining.
Sorry I'm late. Get the robot.
I'm about to say. As in, like, I can send you a copy and you can pay for it, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. So we're independent still. So, well, we'll probably always be independent, I guess. But we're independents, which means that we just sell our comics ourselves. You know, you can, like, I've got this ability here where you can just PM me, and that's what I mean by direct sales.
But we also have our comics on various platforms too.
Right. I mean, like, if you want to read the comic, it actually exists for free out on Global Comics. Here, I'll put that in the chat. Actually, I'll put that in the chat once I figure out how to actually activate the chat. There we go. This one's mine. There you go. That's this comic, the one I'm working on. Yep, I'm out there as Bellatrix Rising, so you can just find me out there. And Can also has a link once I figure out where Can's link is. Hang on. Because I'm following them. I got that one. Stand by. It is. And then here's Can's. There you go. And then we just get together. I get together every we all get together every morning and evening, and we work together so that we can make sure we don't start, falling. We take care of each other, I guess is what I should say, because it's not just we do work. We even work without being together, but when we're together, it keeps us from going crazy. That's fair. When you figure it out, though, we'll follow you and you can follow us and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're here every night except Friday and Saturday night. because I have D&D on Saturday night, and Friday night's the night where I go over to my buddy's house and but you can join us. We stream every night, so at the same time. What part of the world are you in? I assume you're over here on our side because you're talking about night shift. So I'm assuming you're actually on our side of the world because we're out of Denver. Oh, you're out on Pacific time. So you're
Okay, so
on the
you're
West Coast.
yeah, you're one over
Oregon.
from us.
I'm heading to Oregon in June. That's funny. No, it's not funny that you're in Oregon. It's just funny that that's the second time today that Oregon's been brought up, which is just kind of weird. But yeah, my wife's family lives in Oregon, and so we are heading out to Portland in June to see her and hang out. Portland, yeah. So it's just weird.
Never been
The second time.
full.
I don't know. I don't remember what part of Portland. She used to live up in Mapleton. Up in the mountains, but she's getting older, and we're worried that the EMT response to Mapleton was too long. Yeah. That's what I figure. It wasn't bad living up in Mapleton. But I'm definitely a Coloradan. And I've got to admit, the summer days are starting to wear on me. I like these gauntlets. What you having problems with? The other thing that we do as Quack is we try to help out wherever we can. So maybe we can help you, or maybe just shake up the brain enough that you can figure it out. One of the two. I like those gauntlets better. Hey, let me bring up something for you, shall we? I might have something for you that could be very, very useful. Do. This may take me a second, though.
First of all, that's perfectly normal.
Yep. We all do. We all struggle with that. So don't even worry about it. You're in good company. Yeah, see, Nightbot's being aggressive again. Nightbot's all aggro on us. Although I've got to admit, it tells me where people are coming in from, because he's coming in then
on my side.
From your side, yeah.
I just wish it wasn't quite as aggressive as it is.
Right. Here we go.
We have a Facebook page.
We do. We have a Facebook page out on. Let me go get that too. But first, let's talk real quickly about Wally Wood's 22 panels that always work. Golly, it's in the way too. Look at me being in the way. So these are. This is from the famous Wally Wood, who worked for Disney. And I'll post this out on the Quasar Art Collective too. But these are panel types that you can always use. You know, your big head, your extreme close-up, the back of head and part of head, the profile with no background, the white Ben-Day, so you just have him there with a dark foreground, you know, open panel, complete object like that, all black. So this gives you just sort of some of the classic prompts to kind of get you started here. Are you on Facebook by any chance? If so, and I'll put that one out there too. There you go. And since I'm on that group, I'll put Wally Woods on there. Because this is an extraordinarily useful thing. That's all right. It's in there. Whenever you get to it, we just put the 22. What we're talking about here is now out on the thing. But these are the 22 panels that you can use at any time for any reason. It's not going to solve your problem right away. But it could at least get you started. Now that we're working equally, I will put you as up there too. You're always welcome. I don't think I can put it out here on Twitch as easily. I certainly can't put it on Kayan's Twitch. Also, if you join that page, you can post your work there and get critiques if you want.
Yes.
We will help you. We were just talking about community assisting and helping each other, and how the community sort of is into this every man for himself sort of mentality. And we're like, why would people do that? This is hard enough to do as is. It's already difficult. Why would you make it harder? It doesn't need to be harder. We should all be working together. So that's all right. I might be able to figure out a different thing. I really can. And why? Oh, hey. I can pick a color?
What's up?
I can pick a custom badge on your channel. I'm hanging out on your channel.
Oh!
I'm on your channel messing with stuff. That's my customizable badge. How do I do that?
If you figure out how to do that, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of that and a bit of sour grapes.
Look at all these emoticons I can use.
You know, people get jealous of other people's success.
You're not wrong. We have a whole bunch of minty things in here we can use.
Or at least you can use them on my channel because I'm a part of Minty's community.
Yeah. Hey, look, my color changed to blue like it's supposed to be. And neon black bats went to green. I don't know what that means. I'm just all excited that I can do this. I'm like, hey, check it out. I really should hang out on people's streams more often. I don't know enough about the controls here. You changed your color to green, and I changed mine to blue. I love blue. Blue is my color, man. Blue is my color.
Oh, I mean, you have that entire perfect blue
Yeah, we had the entire
piece
discussion.
of fabric.
Shade of blue. Wait, I've got it right over here. This is the perfect shade of blue. It is. It's so perfect. There we go. Behold the perfect shade of blue. Oh, hey. It has my Twitch icon, which I should change my Twitch icon to Chang being annoyed. There's a kid out there yelling. It's 11:30. What's a kid doing yelling? There. Much better. Why is content restricted? What does that mean?
It means occasionally I have NSF work. Does that make sense? Hey, David, how are you?
Does that mean that I'm not allowed to watch it because we don't know how old I am or something?
What are you even trying to watch?
I'm over. I was actually. You're up on my people things.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, I know. Because you're broadcasting, so broadcasters indicated this channel is intended for mature audiences. Oh, I can hit start watching and it works. Okay.
We're just innocent men.
There we go. Better. What's chatty?
How are you, David? Yeah, we probably will at some point.
I actually have a Discord. I just don't know how to make it work. There we go.
Holy crap, I like her outfit.
All right. If you're curious over there, I am. You can find me also over at GS Davis Art, which is what I'm doing. Oh, that'd be cool. This does launch a notice to my Discord channel, but I can't seem to maintain the Discord channel from here. But I do have a Discord channel at GS Davis Art, I think. Let me see. How do I? Permissions invites. Create one. All right. Save changes. Careful, you have unsaved changes. So how do I? Okay, now that I've done this, now that I've made an operating channel over on my GS Davis Art channel, how do you find it?
You send them a link.
Invites?
Yep.
Create one. Oh, hey, check it. I'll send you an invite. So there. Oh, look, there's deleted user. Guess some of my people have jumped ship somewhere online. People I've been friends with at some point in time, so. Are you neon black bats? Oh, add an image? Is that, oh, that's a thing that I need to do, huh? I wonder if I can find you. Search.
God, I love that pose.
It's a good pose. Let's see here. With an S. Okay, I will send a friend request to you, I guess. No. You know what? I can send you a link. I'll go the other direction. Rather than do this, I'll just send a link to my discordant server. Here we go. I'll put it. How risky is it for me to put this link in the open water?
Should be fine.
Okay. And then we can see if that works. Put you in the duck pond. All I'm seeing on the duck pond is I do see the duck, or I do see it's putting I'm seeing March 29th up through today. There you are. Hey, look at that. I'll wave to say hi. I guess that's the thing I'm supposed to do, is wave to say hi. Everybody's out there looking around on Discord. All right, cool. You know what this means, though? This means I can find the image because it's my Discord. Right? So I can put my...
You can also make images.
Well, yeah, but I can... But can't I upload a file here? Because that's what I was looking for. Okay, good. Then what I will do after all of that work... I never feel as old as whenever I'm trying to do this. I'm like, I don't know which buttons to push. Yes, you. You thinking of coming and visiting? Yeah.
Hey, David, are you still around?
You're welcome. Here, I'll put the Wallywood here.
Did you see the news from Redbubble?
What happened to Redbubble?
A lot of bad things. So they have introduced the tiers.
Is that the tiers of
They
users too?
So they brought in tiers, and they're making it more expensive to
It's
produce stickers. It's a printing company that does stickers and t-shirts and things like that. But they're introducing a lot of expensive fees and upping the minimum to pay out.
Wow. I wonder what kind of things I have. So maybe go favor some GIFs, it says. Okay. Manage stickers. I get 5 slots of free stickers. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Amazon, yeah. Yes, I see you. So, Neon, this is George. George is part of the show all the time. Whether we like it or not, George is always part of the show. Yeah, I think Global Comics is your best bet. At the moment, Global Comics, I mean, I guess that anything could change at any time, but at the moment, Global Comics is probably our... First of all, one of the people who attends the show here actually works for them. So when you see Kat on here, they actually work for Global Comics. So that's a big plus. They also work for Clip Studio Paint. So it's kind of useful on all of those things.
Do they still work for Clip? I don't know if they do or don't.
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, we're both using Clip right now. Aren't we, George? Okay, so it says, what are the rules? Oh, it's got to be ping. That's why. Well, I can make that work. There we go. There. I'm like, what the heck am I doing here?
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Now I can do that. That's funny. Oh, good job. I actually am trying to wean myself slowly off of Photoshop, which I've used to make comics forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So does this, I've got a question. Is this channel persistent? Like
Yeah.
if we go back 20 days ago, it'll still be all the stuff. Like you can, if you come in, you can see all these things.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Right now, you just have the duck pond in there.
Well, I have the command deck too. It's just that it's not open to anybody else. The command deck's locked. Holy crap. How'd that happen? Look at us running out of time. Oh, man. Well, the good news is I do use Discord for everything else. Like I use Discord for, oh yeah, see there you came in through the Discord server. Check you. That works. So people who come in on the Discord will come in on here as well, which is great. Okay, cool. What's a super reaction? Good heavens, there's so many things. I'm trying to figure out, though, because it's clear that Neon Black Bats just posted in from Discord, but I can't. Like, I can't.
Yeah, go ahead and post it.
Oh, yeah. Actually, go ahead and do that, because that would be awesome. Since I'm monitoring it at the moment. Yeah, I think the only thing we'll need to do is, and I'm talking to Can, just remind me to monitor Discord if we've got people on Discord server. Oh, check it out. Oh, I love it. He loves it.
Ooh. I like the coloring.
That's what I was going to say. The coloring is kick butt. Yeah. Not happy with candles. Stupid candles. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, the coloring? So there's a certain, like, what do you want to call it? Like a mood that's evoked specifically by this genre. And I think maroons and purples and rich navies are just like a thing you have to just accept are part of the genre. You know what I mean? It's like, because Can's doing Magical Girl, then, you know, it's like you kind of have to accept a certain amount of pinks. Like the nature of the genre.
In fact, that's one of my jokes.
Yep. The built-in nature of the genre. But that's really solid. And we just passed midnight Mountain Time. It's creeping up on you, Black Bats. Midnight's heading your way. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't run. Oh, well, somebody was doing that. The other day I heard somebody took some aircraft, and that was their goal, was to stay in daylight all the time. I can't remember what it was. But I thought that was kind of cool. So, looking at these two pictures, let's see if I can get closer here. The only thing I can't quite grasp is what the cigarette's doing. That's the one I'm having a problem with.
Well, and it disappears between the first page and the second page.
And it disappears between panel 2 and panel 3 as well. On page 1. So we were just talking today, that both of our comics pass the Bechdel test, which I haven't made a comic in my entire life that didn't pass the Bechdel test, but that's still kind of interesting. So, yeah. The smoke looks beautiful. I love the smoke. And I love the fact that you curled it around his eye. The Bechdel test is a test that was invented in the 80s by a comic artist whose name was Bechdel, Bechdel. And she was talking at the time about the fact that the Bechdel test is a test you use on your story to see whether you've given your female characters agency, because a lot of stories, usually the female characters are put in as either window dressing or just something to further a plot piece. So the test is, and let's see if I can find it so I can say it correctly, because I love the Bechdel test. Bechdel.
If you have two or more female characters and they talk about something other than a man.
Right. They have to. So the test reads, where is the test? So, are there two named characters that are female? Do they have dialogue? Are they romantically involved with? Are they not romantically involved with one another? Do they talk about? Wait, that's not. It's a modified version of it. The original test reads, because it's two. Do they? Whoa. There it is. The movie has to have at least two women in it. They must talk to each other about something other than a man. That's the Bechdel test. That's the basic Bechdel test. And what's so funny is, or not funny necessarily, what's kind of sad. What's sad is how many stories fail. Even today, how many stories fail that test. It is astonishing.
And the really surprising one is the story that passes. Have you heard about the failure of it?
Which story are you talking about?
So there is the Bechdel test actually has a flaw to it. And do you know the flaw?
Well, I mean, maybe there's a number of flaws to the Bechdel test. That's why she made the modified Bechdel test.
So, by technical definition of the first,
You slowed all the way down. Hang on,
test,
Cam. Hang on. We lost you for a minute there. Try it again.
Okay, am I back?
Yep.
Okay. The movie Debbie Does Dallas technically passes the Bechdel test.
Yeah, okay.
And that's the flaw.
Well, so one of the problems is you're looking for reality, you're looking for agency, right? Whether a character has agency or not. And agency is hard to explain. It is absolutely true, Black Bats. It is so horrible how badly written women are. Strong female characters are written either bizarrely, I don't know. It doesn't. The biggest problem is that they're either put in as eye candy, which is horrible, or they're put in as super butch. I don't know. It's just terrible. All of those things offend me. And so my captain is just a person, just another person. And, but that's the thing. So I grew up with a single mom. So that was my family life. And she was a talent agent and a producer in the 80s when women were still kind of looked down upon, and I mean they still are, but it was open back then. Right? Oh man, Black Bats, you will love my captain.
She's not strong.
She's actually kind of a pushover. But that's okay. She doesn't need to be. She's smart, and she can think her way out of if she's not drunk, she can think her way out of situations.
I don't think I've ever seen her drunk.
It's because
we're only on the first issue, so
yeah. I mean, she's compensating for her kid. That's why, and we haven't seen it yet because we're still on issue 1. But if you see it in the side stories, in side story Omake 1, she's waking up hungover, and that's why she is making all the statements to Jen. That's the whole thing. She's hungover in that one. So, but she stays competent when on duty. I mean, like, she's not derelict. So anyway,
except
you're coming to the end
lacking coffee.
All of us are going to have to go to bed. So I hope you join us again, Black Bats. I hope you get more work done on this, because like you can put it here in the duck pond and I will keep talking about it. The only critique I think I would go for, right? I'm not like the other girls. Wait, whoa. What other? Like, what other girls? What are you talking about? Doesn't even make sense. All right. So the only critique I've got for you is on panel 3. Just going ahead and remove the cigarette at the moment. I mean, you could put the cigarette back in, like the character can smoke. That seems fine, but I feel like between the fact that cigarette's not present in page 2, panel 1, or panel 3, I think, and the fact that it's not in page 1, panel 2, I think pulling it out from this point would be fine, and you can put it in later. But you want to put business in, like you'll want her to light the cigarette and put it in, sort of thing, so that you kind of get that.
And it would create better atmosphere if she is standing at the window, gets annoyed with the candles, knocks them off, and then lights the cigarette.
Yeah,
that creates a better bit of drama and some better beats.
Agreed. Also, panel 2 on the on the third, or page 2, panel 3, where the plate is going flying. I would put, the manga strike icon. Here, let me see if I can bring it up on my controller here. So looking here, you're welcome. It's a he. Okay. Did not mean to misgender. pages are doing fine. So he's a Bishonen. BG. He's BG. So I'd put the strike like that little character, so that he's got his hand here, and you've got the candles kind of going this way like this. I'd put maybe actually I wouldn't put it there though. Yeah. What do I know? Clearly not enough.
Well, I am gonna hop off. I have to get up in the morning to.
But I'm gonna stay real quick and just finish this, and then. So I'd put I just want to finish this real quick and give Black Bats a little bit of feedback here. I'd put the strike like this to indicate that he struck the plate, because right now it kind of looks like he frisbeed the plate. So it kind of has a frisbee look. Neon, that works. Thank you. So yeah, those are my suggestions for you. Please join us again. Also, we broadcast on both of these channels, but on the Twitch channel, you can also find me at GS Davis Art on my side too. Yep, I'll be up tomorrow morning at 9 to 11 Mountain Time, and then tomorrow night again from 10 to midnight Mountain Time. So we broadcast twice a day. And that way I get 4 hours of work done every day. Because you see, I'm an ADDer. I have that ADD thing going for me. And I have discovered that the best way to stay on task is to do a thing that they call body doubling, which is I do work while sitting with other buddies who are also doing work. And just the fact that everybody's working kind of keeps me on task. So it's something I like to do to kind of stay on task. Because otherwise I just wander right off task. And then it's like, why did you do that? Why? So thank you for joining me, Neon. It's good to see you. I know that we had David. David, are you still out there? And boy, I posted a lot of junk on here, didn't I? Cool. Then okay, good night, David. It was good having you here and having you join us. Brent died off like a long time ago. We lost Brent a while back. All right, guys. It was great seeing you, and I'll see you all tomorrow. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.